everyone. Welcome to Goodnight Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen, and today is another Q&A day, and I have a question for you, and we'll talk more about that. Of course, that is in the description, so if you want to leave your comment below, if you are joining me after the live presentation and on the replay. And as always, I love to see where you're from and what you like to do, so be sure and tell me a little bit about yourself. Leave it short if we're live so that I can respond to you. Let me know where you're from. And I'm so glad that you came and joined me today. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Chris. I see you jumped on. It is great to see you. Missed you. Been away. And then, of course, I had a little bit of a broadcast last week on my vacation. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. If you were celebrating, we had Canadians have been celebrating 150th celebration, and then us Americans down here, you know, got our Independence Day, our Happy Treason Day to the Brits. Although I love the Brits, and anyway. Oh, I'm feeling snap happy. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Alicia and Cassid. Hi, Heather. Marlene. Hello from Maine. Hello. Hey, Robin. Good morning, Robin. Pearl. Welcome. You're back, and I'm so glad. I hope you're feeling well and doing well. Debbie Carter. Good morning. Thanks for sharing the video, Chris. That was really nice. Hey, Lori, good morning. And Cassid. Oh, you're in the middle of moving. Hopefully I'm a nice tall drink of water, refresh, and then you go back to work. Oh, maybe I'll get you going for a few more hours. Hey, Laura. Oh, you just found my site and love it. Knitting in Arkansas. Oh, sweet. I have family in Arkansas. Where from? We were in the Arkadelphia, Little Rock, and Hot Springs areas. Clark County, for most of it. Oh, Robin, let's see. Oh, sorry. Facebook was doing with something weird. Robin, thank you. She says, my son was so cute and such an awesome reader. Yeah, that was last week. If you missed it, you have to go back and see that broadcast. He totally just took over, and I could not get him off of the Facebook Live broadcast, so it was crazy. Hey, Mickey. Chris, yeah, poor Cassid, hate to move. I know, it's terrible. Moving is awesome and not awesome. Well, it depends on why you're moving, I guess. So, hey, Pearl, thanks for sharing my video. I am a cool drink of water that Cassid said, or a tall glass of lemonade. Hey, Teresa, good morning. You're in North Dakota? Indy, North Dakota? Clearly, I don't send a lot of mail there, so I'm like, Indy. Hey, Carol, good morning. I get to see Carol this week in Canada. Yay! So I'll be in Canada this week. I'll be leaving on Thursday, and I'll return like Sunday. So it's not a super long trip. I'll be in the Toronto area, and if you live in Canada, I really wish I had like a wee bit more time. I wish I had like an extra day, and then I could like work in some appearance at a store or something. That would be really fun. But I'm gonna barely have enough time to see Carol, so I'm going to spend the extra time I have going to see her. So if you are familiar with Goodnight Kisses, Carol is our Canadian BFF, and we hang. She helps me do admin stuff and helps with the blog. She writes several of the blogs, does a lot of admin in the Goodnight Kisses Loom Knit and Craft Club group as an admin in there, one of them, and then we have Joanne, who does a lot as well, but that specifically is Carol. So anyway, when you see Carol Blakely on here, that's who that is. Heather, hey, mother-in-law, Heather's mother-in-law, hi. She says she's watching with her this morning. Hi, Tina, or Mama for short. Let's see, Laura, originally from 40s. Oh, you're Fort Smith. Oh, cool. Okay. I don't know that part. I mean, I know it, but I don't. Anyway. Oh, and then I forgot we had some family go to Ouachita University there. So my mama went to Ouachita. Let's see. Hey, Carol. She's saying, hey. Hey, Alicia. Thanks for sharing the video. Cool. Where? Toronto. I think you're thinking about Canada. You're talking about Canada, right? I'm going to meet the sponsors. I'm going to meet other people who are the inspiration artists for Yarn Inspirations, who are different video hosts and blog hosts and things. So they're going up there as well. I'm not the only one. And then there's like a maker event on Saturday that I can't wait to go to. And there are local makers there as well. So I will be meeting other artists and people at some point on Saturday. I don't really know all the full details. I have my itinerary, so that's about all I know. So I just go where they tell me. So Janice, hello, first time on here and you love to knit. Well, welcome. You're in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. How did you find me? Let's see, Cassid, we got, oh, you got kicked out of your apartment, no place to go. Well, congratulations on your new place. I hope all will go well today and smoothly, and you will find a blessing at the end of the day and some laughter in it. So hopefully all that will be worked together for your good. So much love to you. That's an unfortunate circumstance. Lori, oh, she's clapping for Carol. I was like, what is she doing? Yes, Carol, woohoo. Facebook, quit doing that. It's like giving me pop-ups. Oh, yeah, Pearl, hopefully someday I can visit Winnipeg. Yeah, I would love to take my family and go visit Canada, in many places. There's so many wonderful places. And, yeah, and they love to watch, one of their favorite shows is When Calls the Heart. So we've been watching that, and anyway, that's a whole other topic. You just saw this post on Facebook. Oh, awesome, Janice. I'm glad that you came on. Yay. Chris, you're sorry you missed when you're going to Canada. Yeah, that's okay. I'm leaving on Thursday, coming back on Sunday. I fly back on Sunday. I don't really do anything on Sunday other than fly. And then I come straight back to a kid birthday party for my sister. So, yeah. So, okay. Alicia, do you have a video on needle knit or knitting in the round? Yes, I actually do. I have a video, on knitting on the round on let's see this hat here, this one. This is the polka dot knit hat, and I show it. Now you can leave the polka dots off if you want like just a plain stocking knit. So that's the beauty of this hat. You can just, instead of those plain stocking knits, just knit around with no pearls. But it's a nice, generous hat. It's in the alpaca blend from Peyton's. It's a really pretty hat. Anyway, it's on Yarn Inspirations YouTube channel, and it will be on my YouTube channel later on this month, third week of the month. I believe we're repurposing that. Joanne will be able to tell us. We'll put that on my channel, but for now it's on Yarn Inspirations, and you can see it done in the round on DPNs, double pointed needles, and on circulars. So I actually do both in the video. It's a big video, but think of it as a teaching video, which I try to make all of mine. I try not to make them just like, hey, here's a fad, do this thing. So you can really bookmark that and be able to go back and see it and see all the techniques. I show you how to connect in the round on both of those items and how to make the double pointed needles work for you, even if you've never done it before. And it has this really beautiful end here, this crown, the top, boop. And thank you for the link, Joanne. Let's see if I can pin that. If I pin the comment though, it like shoves it to where I can't read anything else. Let's see if I missed somebody's comment here. Okay. Hey, Bridget. She just jumped on. Yeah, it just came on. And what are we talking about? Well, I was telling I'm gonna go to Canada this week and go hang out with Your Inspirations and all the other crafty creative hosts and go to a maker event, and it'll be really fun. And we can't wait. I cannot wait to meet the people I've been working with for now. What is it, 7 months now? It's really fun. It's really exciting, and meet some new people too. So Pearl says, love that show and have the book too for When Calls the Heart. Yeah, and see, I never knew about the book. We just, saw it on TV, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So yeah, we're all caught up. The kids love it. So, and we've been watching Anne with an E and all that stuff. I really wasn't sure. I really hold dear. Well, that's a whole other topic. I really hold dear all the original ones, but anyway. But I have a question for you guys today. Peggy, yes, you can. I'm sorry. Let me answer that real quick. Peggy, can I use the loom instead of circular needles like for this hat? Yes. Beauty about the loom for circular needle patterns, if you've got something knitted in the round, like meaning you're not going back and forth, you're going around and around and around, you can use that same pattern on the loom. That you just need to use a loom that has the right amount of pegs and a yarn that's appropriate to the loom, and you can do the pattern. Now, the size may need to change, so you can either up your yarn and up your peg, I say dial it up or dial it down. You can change the volume of the yarn you're using. You can change the loom that you're using to be a larger loom to accommodate larger yarn, to accommodate a larger needle size, and get it comparing like your gauge. And there's all kinds of stuff in converting videos and on my website, articles on doing that. But you can also convert a pattern and add stitches in order to accommodate, but some of that depending upon how it is. If you're not versed in changing your gauge very often, that might be a little bit difficult. So I always try and get my loom gauge to match what I'm doing on needles, or what the needle pattern says, like how many stitches per inch. To me, that's the easiest way to tell you. So yeah, you can do that. Alicia says it's on Hallmark Channel. Yeah, it's on Hallmark. Yeah, we bought the series, and so like we downloaded. I haven't seen it on Netflix. It may be on Netflix in Canada, but in the States, we had to purchase. I think we purchased it on iTunes because we have an Apple TV unit, and then like we purchased the kind of like a season pass or something. Anyway, it lets us know when the new episodes are available, and we own it or rent it or something. I forget how it is. Anyway, hey Brenda, first time viewer. Hello Brenda. I'm glad you're here. Where are you from? Tell us about yourself. And I'm glad you're here. So we are talking about, my question to you today is, what would you like to see Good Knit Kisses do for Christmas? Now, if you don't know, or if you do know, I am a loom knitter, needle knitter, and crocheter. Now, I prefer needles over crochet most of the time, so usually you're going to see something knitting related. I do a lot of I've been doing a lot of needle videos lately, and I've been trying to when I can quickly convert them over to the loom just for time purposes. Otherwise I would do everything in loom and needles. And anyway, but Christmas is coming up, and I know a lot of people are planning for that. And I say Christmas is coming. I know it sounds so silly to be planning so far in advance, but when you have to make videos and do things like that, you kind of have to plan it in advance. So, and of course, in a few months, everyone's going to be like, okay, what do you have for us? So this time I'm asking you guys. I don't usually ask, what do you want to see me do? So I would like to know what you're thinking. So, oh, hey, Janice, you got to go now. It's very nice to meet you. See you next time. Bye, Janice. Yeah, so anyway, I would really like to know what you guys are wanting to do. Quick, cute Christmas ornaments, maybe. That's a good idea, Robin. Yeah, I've thought about doing that as well. I did a Christmas ornament several years ago, And the way I executed it really is, I've learned from that. I've had some feedback. I need to improve on, I may improve on the one that I did, but I think I'd like to design something new, obviously. Anyway, so if you want to see an ornament from me, I did a loom knit ornament, but I'd like to do a needle knit ornament and maybe a loom one. Let's see. How about a tree dress, like a tree skirt, like on the bottom? Hey, Ashley Jackson, welcome. Bridget says, ooh, Kristen, and I just got the hang of crochet now. I need to get to knitting too, LOL. Yeah, Bridget, and you did a top, I believe. You did a crochet top. Yeah, way to go, girl. Joanne says it's only 160 days until Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, that you put under a tree. Yeah, we call that a tree skirt down here we call that a tree skirt. What do you call it? A dress? A Christmas dress? What did you call that? I'm going back. I'm like, what did she say it was? I'm sorry. Tree dress. That's what you called it. I had to go look. Okay, knit Christmas stockings with graph or picture. Yeah, Becky, that would be great. Yeah. Graph or picture. And I have a video on a tip to do for your stockings, just in advance. My mom made these beautiful stockings. She sews, and she made these beautiful stockings one year, and instead of embroidering our names on them, she decided to do something where she put picture frames with our picture in them and tied them in a pretty bow on the loop. And you can switch out the picture frame, the pictures or even the frames. Her idea was if we switched out the frames, we might even take the frames and hang the frames on the tree with the pictures that they had in them, and then get a new little frame. You know, like those mini picture frames you can get kind of on the cheap. I mean, you can get them really fancy or not. You know, she'd get like silver or gold or something that had jewels, like, you know, fake jewels on it. And put that on the tree as an ornament. And I thought, that's really cool. So we've been doing, I haven't been switching the pictures out. And, I've switched the pictures out, but I haven't been switching the ornaments out. Like she has some really pretty ones that are like a snowflake coming out of them. And, anyway, so she puts that on her, and we do it on ours. I can't even talk. I can't even talk. Stocking. Thank you. So, anyway, I was thinking that would be amazing if you did a knit or crochet graph-gan sort of a stocking, and then just put the picture of it and then hung it on the mantle. And then that way, that could be handed down to the next person or generation. It didn't have like someone's name embroidered on that, and it could be used again, because I have kept old stockings, whether they were knit and then somehow we just don't use them because I have another one that I really want to use that also, you know, or maybe I have like a felt one. Like I have these old felt ones that my mom had made when we were kids, and you may have seen them, and she made them in the 70s, early 80s, and hand stitched these felted stockings together, and they have like little puff things on them and little jewels and things. So anyway, that was one thing. Donna says a snowman. Yeah, a snowman. Love snowman. I have a tree skirt that's snowman. I love it. Holiday scarves, Pearl says. That's a great idea. Holiday scarves. Maybe a tree skirt with some color changes. I'd like to get better at using different colors. That's an excellent idea. What do we think of peppermints? Does anybody like the peppermint theme? I don't know why I just thought of that. I don't know if that's a theme this year. I haven't even researched the Christmas stuff yet. See, I have to go and like figure out what the trends are. What are the trends coming? Easy gift idea. Okay, super. Stocking on the loom. Loom holiday scarf. Love to knit and crochet, Brenda says. Awesome. Tree dress. A lot of people are wanting that tree dress or tree skirt. I'm glad to know the tree dress thing. I need to be able to remember that you guys taught that. So thank you. Feel loved and honored. You saw it. Thank you. Yeah, Bridget, you did a great job. I thought that was great. Way to go. I'll make it a top. That's a wearable. That's awesome. A snowman. I agree. My fave. You love snowmen. Graph ornaments on the loom. Oh, that's a good idea, Lisa. Let's see. You guys, would you like to see some embroidery stitches that you could put on top of your loom knit items or knit items? Would you like to learn some embellishments that you can add and maybe use those for Christmas or any other holiday? Elizabeth, yeah, give me some love if you like that. Hit that love button if you like that idea. Elizabeth Keating, hi, good morning. Sitting in the doctor's office waiting for your husband to get done. Oh, hey. Well, hope he's doing well. Tree Star. Oh, that's good. Oh, we got some love going. Yay. A Tree Star. Okay, sweet. We have a big angel on our tree. I always love tree stars or angels on trees. Heather, tree dress with little stars and balls in all kinds of color with snowmen. You know, my daughter wanted to do, and because I was asking her the same question, and she had an idea, and I'm trying to figure out how to execute it. She thought the idea of hanging icicles that were knit or crocheted, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it. She thought that would be kind of cool, is to figure out how to make them where they look like an icicle, and yeah. So if I can figure out how to do that to where it really looks like an icicle, what do you think about that? I'm thinking maybe I need to find some different materials or something. I love icicles. We have these turned glass. They're like, it's kind of like, or imagine like a flat ribbon, and then they're like spun like that. So these little pieces of glass, and then they're just dangly, and she loves them. Mickey says, blankets, candy canes. Heather says, love any peppermint theme. Oh, that's great. Christmas garland. Yes, Brenda says. Elizabeth said, I have to start on hats and scarves for Christmas gifts. Yeah. Nativity related. Yes, an angel would be nice. Do you guys like snowflakes? Snowflakes, anyone? That's Christmas gifts, coaster or something, easy gift. Awesome. Yeah. And table decorations, like, do you guys make table decorations for setting out, or do you have ones that say have been passed down? Do you like to make your own new ones? Like, do you like to switch out your decor, and make it every time, or do you continue a tradition of pulling the same things out? I'm kind of a combination of those, because I'm very traditional, and I really love all the things that my grandmother had made, and I tend to pull those things out, or things that were passed down from her, or from my own parents, to display in my home, but adding to it little by little by new things every year is nice. So, and then I kind of graduate old things that I need to retire. So... oh, Christmas gifts. Yeah, that would be good. Good morning from Valley Mills, Texas. Hey, Thelma. Good morning. How are you? Robin says, I love my glass icicles. Awesome. I'm trying to think of how we can make an icicle for loom or knitting and make it look like an icicle. And it's not glass. I have a couple of thoughts on it, but I gotta like mess with it or something. Maybe I can get Robin. Robin's my she's like my Robin. I'm her Batman. Get to work. No, just kidding. I'm Batman. She's Robin. She's been working on some things in the background. I'm like waiting. I have this package from Robin. Robin, I'm telling you, girl, I'm gonna get to it. It's staring at me right now. Is that little smiley face going across you? Do you like my Robin and Batman impression? Heather says, can you get some cloth and make them like that? Yeah, like maybe a shiny fabric from the fabric store, cut into strips, and then work it. Maybe. I know there's yarn that has, has an effect, but man, it'd be really cool if there was something more glassy and glass-like. Good morning from PA, I always say your name wrong. Montalvo. Montalvo. Am I saying that wrong? Good morning. Thank you for coming. Brenda, snowflakes. Yes. Nip snowflakes. What ideas do you have for us for Christmas? Also, Kristen. Bridget, some of the things that I've said, I don't want to say too much. And actually, I can't say it's my idea. My daughter came up with something that, that would be kind of like a 2-for-1. Like you can use it for this one case, but then also reuse it in another way, during the season. And so, I'm thinking about using that idea because, it has a peppermint theme, and, yeah, so it could be used as a gift and then, be continued to use, after the gift as well. So, I kind of don't want to say fully if I'm going to actually use it. And then that way I'm the only one who does it. And people are like, yeah. So, Laura says, I love changing decorations. I don't have any handmade stuff. Oh, you need some handmade stuff. You need to make it for yourself, Laura. It would be so fun. And then you pull it out the next year and be like, I did that. And then, kids or family or whatever would be like, oh, and then you can leave it to them or you can give it to them. My grandmother, she started taking classes. We call her Mama. So Mama started taking China painting. She also knit and crocheted, but she started taking China painting classes and then started making us Christmas balls each year. So she made her 2 children and then their spouses and then their 3 children a Christmas ball each year. And then whenever one of us got married, she would make a Christmas ball for the spouse. And then if they had a kid, then the kid would get it. And of course, they don't play with it anyway, so it just goes right on the tree. And so over several years, we all started filling up our trees. And so then when we moved out of the house, I had all the Christmas balls that were given to me. I got to take them with me, and then I can see the year on them. And so it was really kind of cool to see that. I mean, you can even do that with knitting or crochet. And even if the year's not on there, you can, it's like you're slowly gaining. And really, you could make a whole bunch at once. But if you wanted to make a whole bunch at once for the season and give them as gifts to friends, or like say you're giving a gift, you're going to make a hat for somebody, you can wrap that up and put a bow around it and then add an ornament kind of as a tag. And that can be your decoration. That can be kind of your bow, if you will. Get some grosgrain ribbon, tie that up real pretty, add that item. In fact, you could use not even wrapping paper. You could wrap it up in a holiday placemat or something, or a tablecloth, or if it's big enough, like if you're buying a blanket or something, or making a blanket. But yeah, wrapping up in fabric can do kind of old school paper, because really a long time ago, people didn't use paper to wrap gifts. They used fabric and then reused the fabric. So, and I love that. Heather says table mates with stars and balls of color and snowflakes. With stars and balls, all color. Oh, cool. That would be pretty. A table runner. Yes. I thought about like a snowflake table runner. Lori, I used to theme my decor and ran out of storage room. Oh, yeah. And it's good to have decor that can be compact, that can lay flat, for those spaces and stuff. And don't forget, you got the long ones that can go underneath the bed. My grandma made stockings for each family members. That's great. Elizabeth says, I think the Yarn Inspirations table runner made in Christmas colors would be great. Yes, the one from this summer from the Outdoor Living Lookbook, that was gorgeous. Yeah, you're right. That one in Christmas colors would be beautiful. That's a great idea, Elizabeth. Thelma says, I'm great at work. Oh, Robin, no problem. You'll be away for a couple weeks. You'll get to it eventually. Yeah. You like the icicles too? Excellent, excellent. Oh, I can call you Jeannie? Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's M Jeannie. Okay, that you're like a double doozy account. We have another lady who's Lisa Dave, but it's actually Lisa and not Dave. I didn't even see the M Jeannie. You gotta run. Okay, Joanne, she's headed out. Oh man, I thought you'd stay till like 9:45. Okay, I hope you have a great day. What about angels, Donna says. What about angels? That sounds nice. Why not go outside the yarn box and use crochet thread and lovely beads to icicles and or snowflakes? Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty. Definitely. Yeah, I could do that. And the nice part about the crochet thread is there's a whole bunch on one of those balls. You could make a ton. Totally. Let's see. I'm scrolling through. Alicia says, I love my embroidery ornaments, and my grandmother, my great grandma, I got from a lady in her Sunday school class. Oh, that's so sweet. So they were gifts from her friend. Yeah, Robin, I was definitely thinking the beads too, Chris. Definitely a way to add some sparkle. Yeah, the beads would be really nice. Yeah, for sure. Would add that sparkle. Would add that glass part. So you're right. Yeah, adding in the glass instead of trying to make a plastic or something icicle. That would be pretty. I don't know why I didn't even think about that. See, I'm so glad I asked you guys. Chris says, I've seen beautiful snowflakes with beads added on. You can make that a teaching experience for folks who've never crocheted with beads. Yeah, because there's different ways to pick those up. And you can pick them up in knitting and crochet as you go, or you can preload them. Alicia did some Christmas ribbon candy ornaments out of ribbons and beads. That's great. Yeah, those are really pretty too. Hey, Calvin. Oh, my friend Calvin. He's jumping on. It is good to see you. I don't think I've seen you jump on in a broadcast recently. So welcome. Hey, Alicia, and we're talking about Christmas ideas and things that you guys would like to see from me. And actually, it doesn't even have to do with Christmas either. I mean, if you guys just had something you're just like, I want to see from Kristen. And now that you guys have been on here for a while, I'm going to ask you, because, you know, I don't know who will get this far in the video, but I have a question for you. What do you think about me? If there is a popular pattern that people have been asking me to make on video that is not mine, the designer hasn't asked me to make a video, and people still really want to learn how to make it, I was actually thinking what I can do is put together a blog that has, like, I'll purchase the pattern and I'll figure out what techniques you need, and then I'll make technique videos, unless I already have them, and then put together a playlist of mine that has all the techniques that you need to make that. So without showing you how to make that item, I can give you all the techniques and then talk about it in the blog. And then it's good because it would feature someone's pattern, and then you can buy that from there, whether it's a paid item or it's a free item. That way you guys sort of get some help without me having to violate any kind of copyright thing. And then we'll get some technique videos out there that maybe I don't already have, or you guys will be able to see, oh, she does have that technique video and I just never knew how to find it or whatever. So if you like that idea, smash that love button and let me know. Please comment and use the word, let's see, we'll say a trend pattern. Okay, so write the word trend pattern if you like that idea. And if you want to add to your comment and tell me which one you've been thinking of, let me know. Specifically, I have been asked many times about the hitchhiker scarf. I can't teach the hitchhiker scarf. I don't even own it. I haven't even bought the pattern because, quite frankly, I end up doing other things. I buy patterns and then I don't end up doing them. So I hadn't bought the hitchhiker scarf yet. So, I was thinking I could buy that pattern myself and look at it and see what kind of techniques that you need to know without giving away the pattern too much, but at least you would know the technique that they're referring to in order to be able to do it. So basically giving you all the tools you need short of doing the whole project for you. So yay, sounds like that was a winner to people. So, and then I'd need to know, obviously, once I kind of started going, you guys would probably be like, ooh, tell me about this project, or, you know, this is one that I'm interested in. So, I hate saying no, but I do have to say no many times because people will ask me about stuff like that. And I've gotten to where I just don't respond because it's not my pattern and they kind of should know better, you know, to some of those things. Cause I get a lot of mail. Let's see. Alicia, we did beaded lace. Oh, that's really nice. Chris is saying, for her workmates, we, some other people did beaded and lace candy canes with, the legend of the candy cane attached and gave them to all, the people you work with. That's really nice. So they're all handmade and not just handing them a candy cane. Hey, Kess, that's what you want me to call you? All right, Kess. Pearl, I'm staring at my yarn and needles in front of me trying to figure out a project. Just start knitting. Just start making a scarf. When you don't know, just start making a scarf and it'll come to you. You know, it's good to have even just a scarf project, like a one that you don't even have to like think about, like on the side. So when you're waiting for that inspiration, you can even like either watch me or watch some other people chatting or talking or until you get inspiration for something else. And it's good because you can practice on your tension and stuff. Whether it's knitting or crochet or loom knitting, it doesn't really matter. Just have a mindless project you can do while you're just listening and doing other things. And then that way you're getting some practice, you're getting that extra thing, you're getting your creative juices flowing, you're like unlocking that creative into your brain. And then you can put that down and work on something else and pick that other thing back up when you're ready. So when you're in between projects, it's nice to have like just kind of an easy peasy project that you can just go back to, like just a plain, you know, garter stitch scarf. So, I hope that's helpful. Thank you. I'm glad you guys love the idea. Trend pattern. Oh, awesome. Awesome. It's free on Ravelry, Katie says. Trend pattern. Well, when I had looked it up, I saw somebody had one for, it's like 10 pounds or something. And I was like, oh, I'm hoping that was the right person's. I just know the name Hitchhiker. I think it's great for a trend. Oh, you made several hitchhikers, Katie. Good. Yeah. They're really pretty. I mean, they're neat with that little sawtooth edge and the real thin ribbony kind of edge. I've got a triangular shawl. It's over like over here. That has like a real nice, it's an asymmetrical, has a real nice edge on it. And then instead of a houndstooth or a sawtooth edge, it has picots on the edge. I did that on the knitting loom. But you could totally do it on needles as well. Actually, I probably should convert it to needles. Some of my loom patterns, actually, I've started converting them to needles for other people. It's the Irish hitchhiker scarf because it's a beautiful pattern. I don't know if it's Irish or not. You missed the whole conversation. I'm talking about, Chris, if there is a trendy pattern or just a popular pattern that people have been wanting to make, they ask me, hey, can you show this on video, do a tutorial and knit along or crochet along or whatever? And I have to say no, because it's not my pattern and the designer has not asked me to make it, and I would have to ask permission to make it. And especially if it's paid or something, they definitely don't want me to teach how to do it. So, but you always need techniques which are free and free to learn from me and anybody. And some people just happen to want me to make a technique video on that, even if other people already have one. So, and I've been asked for stuff. So I thought, you know what better way for me to do it and find out what project people are trying to make it for, and then make those videos, the small technique videos, and then I can compile them into a playlist hitchhiker playlist, you know, and it's all the techniques that you need to know. And then I could pull, it wouldn't all be on the same yarn. It wouldn't all be on the same needles, but it's still, the technique is still the same. I could make one for loom. I can make one for needle, whatever if I'm able to convert it, I'll make it on loom, you know, whatever. So, and then the playlist would say hitchhiker on needles, you know, blah, blah, blah. So that's what we're talking about. And people are writing trend pattern if they like that. Katie says you're working on the summer bag in the lookbook. Awesome. Okay, speaking of lookbook, so, oh man, I can't ask Joanne. Did the lookbook come out yet? Or it comes out Tuesday? Anyway, I have a pattern video coming up on Friday, and I don't know if I can show you my hint. I'll give you let's see if I can give you a hint. Here's a, okay, I gotta fold the project. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to show. So, so I have a video coming out Friday, and that is in the new lookbook. If it hasn't come out today yet, it may come out tomorrow. It usually comes out on like a Tuesday. So, and that's for July. There are lookbooks coming out. They come out every month, and I think it's like usually the second Tuesday. Heather asks, is there a lookbook coming out for Thanksgiving? I'm sure there is. I have not seen it. I have seen a bit of a preview for Christmas. So I'm trying to make things that go in the book, and I'll be pulling out all ideas and maybe making some decisions this week on as to what I'm going to do. So I'll be up at Yarnspirations this week. But there's a lookbook every month for free of patterns from Yarnspirations. If you go to yarnspirations.com, click on lookbook, and you can see what the latest one is. They're in reverse chronological order, so the most current lookbook is always the first one. And you click on that, and it's like a digital online magazine. It's really cool because when you flip the pages, they kind of, you know, they move over. And if you see a pattern that you like, you can click on that, and it will go to the website where the pattern is and where all the yarn is. It tells you what yarn you need. In fact, you can plan your colors right there. And if they have the other tools that you need, you can buy those things on the site as well. It makes it really simple. I really like it. So you can either use the yarn that's directly in the project, or you can make yarn substitutions. I finished filming over the weekend. Yay! All the stuff for the stitch along coming up. I've got some edits, I'm sure, but the stitch along in the fall, and I can't wait. I hope you guys join me on that. I will be the knitting host, and Mikey with the crochet crowd will be the crochet host, and there will be 2 different blankets. So that's all I can say. So did I say blanket? She didn't hear it from me. It's a stitch along. So, whoops. Anyway, any worsted weight yarn, Katie says. Do you like projects using mostly worsted weight yarn? What's your favorite yarn weight, everyone? Can you type that in the comments below? Comment, what is your favorite weight of yarn to use? Or needle or crochet size, like what, or loom size, what's your favorite? Alicia says, I love easy projects for the car when my boyfriend is listening to music. Yeah, I love to knit and crochet in the car. Love it. Yeah, my husband loves to drive. In fact, he really doesn't like me. I mean, it's not that he doesn't like me to drive. He actually loves when he's tired, and you know, but he really loves to drive so much. And I'm like, well, that's fine, because I can, and I like to keep people awake. It's like a tendency, because I was always like the person who's helping my dad navigate and keep him awake. And so I'll just sit up front knitting. It's perfect. It's the perfect thing. I'm sure once the kids are all gone, we're going to be like traveling fools. Yeah, you're welcome for bringing you up to speed, Chris. Maurice, hey, oh my gosh. So, she's been making the, closed captions in French. So exciting. Okay, I have an alarm. Alarm popped up. Oh, I'm gonna have to wrap it up soon. Katie says it's a staircase scarf. Okay, I need to look that up. How can we see the lookbook? I think I just, this may be an old comment. So go to yarnspirations.com and click on lookbook or lookbooks, and you'll see the latest one. Chris says, you teaser. Can the lookbooks be purchased? No. No, it's all digital, and I don't think you can buy a hard copy, although I've seen that they print them and bind them when they've been talking about them on Your Inspirations. They've been having some live stuff, so I'll get to ask. I get to ask when I see them this week. When I go to Canada, I'll be like, "How do you get that? You just print your own?" So, but yeah, they're free. You download them, and I mean, they're there forever. So if you forget, you can just go back to the lookbooks and do it. Also, in the beginning is a table of contents. And so if you are looking for something specific and you already know that it's in that lookbook, just click on it and it will go directly to that pattern. You don't have to flip until you find it. Also in the back, if you want to flip all the way to the back, it will give an overview of the different projects, and then you can click on that to give, so it gives a little bit a bigger amount. So like there's a really pretty pictures that shows the different things. But then if you want them all together and just look at like a page or two with just all the patterns together, you can click it that way. So there's like 3 different ways to, in each lookbook, to find the pattern. The patterns are all free. The Yarn Inspirations design team does a fabulous job. I want to say they create like some 300 patterns a year or something, if I'm remembering that number, or more. So yeah. July hasn't come out yet, Carol says. It should come out soon, because this week is when I have that pattern. I almost said what it was. Oh my gosh. Kristen, she's just running in the mouth. Katie says, I love the lookbooks. Yeah. Link for the lookbooks. Thank you. Okay, here comes the yarn comments. Heather says a super 6. Bridget says 3, 4, and 5. Super bulky 6. 3 for knitting, 4 for crochet, 5 to 6 for looming. Oh, thank you, Lori. That's really helpful. And I love that you know, like those are your spots, because some people just only, I have a friend who only makes dishcloths. Like that's her thing. And if she makes samples, she swatches the item that she wants to make in dishcloths as her swatch, and makes it in like cotton or whatever. And then that way she can, test the pattern without actually, she can have something useful afterward. And I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. So, and then you can give them away if you don't like it, I guess. Oh, yay. Is that the one with 2 Karen 1-pounders that Mikey's been promoting? No. I don't know what he's been promoting. I haven't, oh, man, dude, I can't keep up with that boy half the time. Are you kidding me? I don't know. He's always promoting something. He's got more time on his hands. He doesn't have 3 babies that he has to take everywhere and all that. I love Mikey. I don't know what he's promoting right now. He's got something else going on that's not involving me. Katie, I mean for hitchhiker, any worse to wait. I use Red Heart. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm so snap happy. I know Mikey said before, he's like, Kristen, I don't know how you do it with all the kids. And I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I don't think you sleep. You're like a machine. He just goes and gets in his hot tub and like has his little chill out moment, and then he gets right back up and just starts crocheting away. I don't know if he's crocheted the hot tub. I forget if I've asked him that before. But yeah, it's like his decompression time. He and Daniel, and then their backyard stuff is amazing. They do landscaping, or Daniel does landscaping, and Mikey gets to enjoy it and be his slave and do some stuff. So, and get it all done. They've got like this oasis. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's a total side comment. If you don't know who we're talking about Mikey or Michael Selleck at the Crochet Crowd. He's up in Canada, and he is a crochet host. And he does other things as well, but mostly crochet is his thing, thus the Crochet Crowd. And I do mostly knitting, and thus Good Knit Kisses. So anyway, Alicia says 4-weight yarn. Robin says yarn weight depends on the project. As you know me, little quick projects. So typically are those made with bulky yarn. Yeah, and you've got kiddos, and yeah, and when we have kids, we like things that are quick. Not always necessarily. Some people really like the big blankets and stuff all the time. Oh, Cass, you get sick from loom knitting in the car. Yeah, you got to have a project you can look up at. Hey, Summer Cromarty is joining us. I haven't seen you comment yet, but I'm way behind in comments, so I'm glad you're here, hun. Oh, Robin says that's a shame, Cass. I was trying to figure out what you're talking about. Yeah, traveling. Yeah, I know you got to get a project like when you're in the car. See, that's what I was talking about. Like if you have a knitting or crochet project that's something really mindless and easy, or loom knitting or whatever, that is like the same stitch or the same repeats that you don't have to like look down at, and you can like pay attention to something else or get to that point. And so like in the car, you would be able to do one of those projects like that. And then you could just enjoy having something to do with your hands while you're traveling. But also it's good just for in between your projects to have a kind of mindless project like that you're not having to pay attention to. Or like if you really find yourself like me, when you go to a knitting group, or if you get a chance to go to a knitting group, and you know, I'm a big talker. And so it's hard for me to take a really complicated project to one of those. Now, there are some people who can do both, and I'm like, you're a wonder. I want to sing that song from that old TV show, You're a Small Wonder. So anyway, that is, Summer, do you know that show? Oh my gosh, you're totally laughing at me, I'm sure. The girl who's like a robot called Small Wonder. Anyway, you have to hit love if you know that, what I'm talking about. Anyway, but yeah, if you have an easy project to do like that, you could totally, it's a great way to do it in the car, but also it's good to get your mind off of those other things. And then you get the creative juices flowing when you get to listen to people or watch new inspirations. So it kind of unlocks something in your brain, I think. Carol says, I'm making a market bag using Bernat Maker. It is working up nice. Yes. Don't you love Bernat Maker? If you have not tried the Bernat Maker, that deck, the home deck, are you talking about that home deck collection? It's awesome. Home deck, DEC, like decorative. Anyway, it's really good. Hard to follow pattern from iPad when knitting. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you can come up with some kind of mantra in your head, like, you know, depending upon what that thing is, then it's easier. Like you can memorize like that one line. But yeah, if you have to keep like looking at the thing, there is an app out there. Actually, Katie Ann, I'm trying to remember what the name of the app is. There's an app out there that I think will take a PDF that you upload, and then it will actually like highlight the line that you're on, and it will keep track. You can move the marker. I haven't bought it. Go look out there for knitting apps and see. But I want to say it lets you keep up with it, and it'll even like keep up with graphs and things too. So yeah, it'll put a line on there for you. So if you're on your iPad, like I said, I haven't bought it. I think it's a paid app, but it was like a pretty robust app. So it might be worth it if you travel a lot and you want that. Lori, my husband likes to bring me my knitting crochet, likes me to bring knitting and crochet along on rides. So I'm not helping him drive. Well, and I don't know if it's your driving or if he just likes to drive, but we'll just say it's because he likes to drive. That's what I say about my husband. I'm like, it's because he likes to drive. Plus, when I'm doing that, I'm not criticizing his driving. Because if I'm not knitting, I'm like, going too slow. You're like 10 miles under the speed limit. Come on. You know, so I'm more chilled when I'm knitting. Heather, how about a doggy Christmas collar? Oh, that's fun. I haven't made a dog collar though. Yeah, I'm thinking like some kind of nylon or something. That would be fun. Or just are you just meaning something beautiful? I'm not sure about functional. I think I'd have to like test it to make sure. There was a loom. Heather, do you loom knit? If you loom knit, there's actually one Charity Wyndham made, and I'm trying to think what channel she had it on, but she did a loom knit dog collar. So if anybody on here wants to know how to do a dog collar on the knitting loom, she did one. So look up loom knit dog collar, and you should be able to find it on YouTube. And then there's a pattern accompanying it. Robin says I can sometimes loom knit in the car, but I know how you feel. I find it, depending upon the project, I find it harder to loom knit in the car. However, I've actually enjoyed loom knitting. It sounds weird, but a large project, when I loom knit a blanket, the specific blanket pattern I make, it's such an easy pattern, and it's on my S-loom, and I actually do like to loom that in the car. It's just that it doesn't travel well because it has so much yarn, but it takes so long to just do one stinking row that I only really need to bring like one big ball of yarn with me that I'm already working on with it. I can add an extra ball, but I don't have to bring everything with me because I know it's such a long project. But when you're on a long car trip, it's really nice. It's also really nice if you are mostly done and you can finish everything but maybe the bind off in the car. So that's really cool because, you know, the bind off's only one thing, and then you get home, do the bind off, and be like, woo! Celebration! Chris says it gets easier. Katie Ann, I almost never print patterns anymore. Oh, Katie did the Mother's Day bath basket from the May lookbook. Yes, the bath basket is great. So did your mom like it? Did you make it for your mom, or did you make it for yourself? I should ask. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yarn Inspiration has a mystery. Yes, Yarn Inspiration has a mystery crochet along coming up. So I thought that's what you're talking about. Yeah. He does have that coming up. No, I don't know. Katie says, how's that sweet boy of yours, Kristen? He is great. He's upstairs. He's doing his thing, watching TV. I know, it's summer. Come on. If I'm going to talk to y'all, I have to let him watch the TV. So after this, okay, have y'all noticed my color has faded and I got my grays coming in? So I'm going to get my updated red. When y'all see me next week, I will be a new redhead. And speaking of which, that's why I'm going to have to get going here in a few minutes. I'm getting cut and color today. I've got to get a headshot tomorrow because I have to. Your Inspirations wants me to. And then I'll be headed out to Canada on Thursday. However, I will have a pattern coming out on YouTube on Friday, which is from the new lookbook, which you'll see coming out this week. And then, yes. And then I think the Friday after this will be coming out on my channel, this polka dot hat. And then I'll have another pattern from the lookbook coming out on Yarn Inspirations site. And I'll be blogging for them. I'm actually making a tweak to a pattern this time. So in a couple of weeks, I'll be making a tweak, and I'm still working on that. So I hope it's a win. So anyway, I'm going to have to come and read the rest of these comments later. Kristen, a talker, who knew? Yeah. Well, and sometimes like even when I have my own knitting group, I end up showing people how to do something because they're like, I brought my problem thing with me today. Can you show me? And sometimes there's stuff that I'm like, okay. And so I'll have to actually study it for a second and be like, oh, this is what they're saying. And then I kind of work through it. So, in fact, I have someone who's going to join my knitting group coming up this fall. And she said, she's learning, and she couldn't even remember the name of it, Tunisian crochet. I was like, Tunisian? It sounds like Tunisian. She's like, yeah. And she says, I just not understanding the pattern. And when I make it, it doesn't come out the way it is in the book. And she's also from Mexico, and she's trying to translate. And so I'm sure in her head, she's like reading it one way and then doing the opposite, because my sister-in-law does that sometimes too. And so I think that I can help her kind of go between. But I told her, I said, I've never Tunisian crocheted, and I've had people ask me to. So bonus, you guys, I might be learning to Tunisian crochet this fall along with my new friend Blanca. So anyway, I'm constantly learning. I hope you guys constantly love to learn. I know that you, many of you have learned some things on my channel, and I so appreciate you. It's great. It's great. So I'm definitely going to have to finish reading these comments. You guys are awesome. I'm seeing a whole bunch of them pop through, and I'm just not going to be able to read them. My impulse is to, oh, thank you. I see Carol pop that collar video up in there. Thank you. Thank you. Real quick, I'll answer this. Robin, which loom blanket is your favorite that you're talking about in the pattern? I have one loom knit blanket video, pattern that I have on the S loom. And I originally made it for the DA looms, S loom, but there's actually several charts in there for making it with different Cindy Wood looms. So you can make it with the knitting board S loom, with the DA looms S loom, if you can even find them. In fact, I don't have mine anymore. Charity has it. I don't even know where she is. And then the knitting board, Cindy Wood. And there's different peg counts too. And you actually, because of the nature of the S looms, because of the curves, sometimes they have more or less pegs. And so you can just find the one with the most pegs in the pattern. And it's a patterning grouping, and you get the chart. So there's like multiple, I think I have like 3 or 4 different charts in that, maybe 5 in the pattern. So it's the loom knit stripe Afghan. Go look on my Ravelry. Go look at the Good Knit Kisses Ravelry under Kristen Mangus, designs by me, and you'll see it. Or look at my Etsy store. It's a striped pattern. It was using, I probably need to update it. If I had somebody who wanted to knit it and update it with a new yarn, I need to find another yarn to replace, because it used to use Joann's Sensations yarn, Sensations Boucle, also with Lion Brand Homespun, and it coupled those two together. And the boucle, the rainbow boucle, actually went from a dark to a light to a dark again. And then I worked with that, and then so it striped this way, okay, and then it actually striped vertically. So it is striped horizontally because of the color striations, and then I had it vertically because of skipped pegs in a certain sequence, which is why you need the chart. I had it striped vertically as well, so without actually having to purl. So minimal purls. If you don't like to purl on the loom, that's a blanket for you. You can add a little bit of extra garter stitch on the edges if you want to add to it for curling. Otherwise, you can block it. So anyway, thanks for the dog collar part 1 and 2, Carol. Oh, that's so sweet, Katie. Oh, that's really nice. And I'm so sorry. I know it's been a while, but I'm sorry. Yes. Okay, about my hair, real quick before I go. Chris, as you go, girl, someone else I follow has decided to stop doing her red and let her hair go completely white. Not attracted on her at all, but of course, when everyone else is complimenting her, I keep my mouth shut. Well, I actually thought about later on, if I just get a total white happening and it's just all coming in white, I actually might just go all white and then have, like, get a red streak. So one day, I don't know when that future will be because I'm just 41. But if that happens, I may try it. And if I don't like it, I'll go back. Oh, Vicky's doing Tunisian crochet demo at 10. That's funny. Well, I've got to head out for my my appointment for my hair. So I better I better get going. So you guys have a great day. I'll catch you later on this week. Thank you for the Ravelry link. Thank you, Striped Loom Knit Afghan. I can't even remember the name of my own darn pattern. Thank you, Carol. Anyway, love you all. You have a great day. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone.